Welcome to this broadcast. Thank you very much for finding the time to join me. Obviously, before I dash out, I just thought, why not share a few tips with you guys regarding credit as usual. So today I just want to talk about ledger maintenance. Ledger maintenance. Obviously, if you're in the credit department, you find yourself working in the sales ledger. You obviously also work in the customer ledger, or you call them the sub ledgers. Ledger maintenance is very important. You truly need to make sure that your ledgers are clean. If they are messy, just know that likewise on the other side of the ledger, the opposite of your ledger is a payables ledger from your customers, because they are debtors while you are payables or creditors on the other side. So if your ledger as a credit person is messy, just know that that's the same for the other side. So it's important that you clean and cleanse your ledgers. Now, if you don't take time to clean up and cleanse your ledgers, you're going to find that you have challenges to collect. You have challenges in having what I would consider as reconciled or balanced accounts. And normally those create avenues for excuses from the people that owe you. I mean, if you are demanding money from me and you send me a ledger that is not reconciled, or you sent me a statement that I know is incorrect, chances are I'm not going to pay. So I'm going to send you back to go and clean up your books. So one of the tools that is used as a tool for excuses from the other side in terms of them denying to pay you is the fact that you do not have a clean or up-to-date ledger. So it's important that we begin to put in investments to ensure that the ledgers are clean. What are some of the things that you can do? Find time, create time to review transactions, move transaction by transaction, just make sure that those transactions are clean, meaning that they reflect what would have transpired over a period of time. Some of the things that would cause your ledgers not to be reconciled or to be messy is where maybe you have duplicated invoicing. Maybe internally in your organization there's a different team that posts invoices and another team, maybe the treasury team, that posts payments, and maybe another team that does the allocations. So if these teams are not speaking to each other and then there's no coordination or the structure is not very clear, you are going to be posting transactions on the ledgers, and in the process you end up duplicating those particular transactions. So it's necessary that you spend time reconciling. So reconciliation is quite key. Spend time to maintain your ledgers, undertake reconciliations frequently so that your account balances and transactions are up to date, and that definitely will make you not get excuses from the people that owe you. The other thing that I think I experienced as a credit manager at some point was the issue of unallocated cash. Obviously, in some organizations, you find that there's a timing difference. There's a timing difference. So you find maybe the customer has paid based on a quotation, and then that quotation then must be converted into an invoice. So there is that gap. So there's money sitting on the account, and then it needs someone to pick up or identify that deposit and raise the necessary invoices and transactions to match it up. So unallocated cash can pose a great challenge. So you need to find time with your teams to look at the unallocated accounts. And I think for me what's important is look at the aging. I mean, you cannot have unallocated cash that goes beyond 30 days unresolved. I mean, that then would definitely pose a challenge, so much that if you now want to begin to deal with those particular transactions, you find that you are going to invest more time into those issues. And lastly, I just want to talk about you just making sure that your customer master file is up to date. Sometimes it's important to communicate and extract contact details or emails and telephone numbers for your clients. So if your customer ledger or customer master file is not up to date, that definitely will pose a challenge to you. So tip for this week, guys, is spend time to do your ledger maintenance, undertake your reconciliations as frequent as you can, and just make sure that you deal with unallocated cash or credits that will sit on your edge analysis or on the individual customer accounts. Just make sure you resolve those. Work with treasury or the departments that are in charge or that are undertake these functions, and ensure you have a customer master file that is up to date. There will be moments when you want to pick up the call or you want to escalate the issue. So at that point, it becomes necessary for you to just make sure you extract the information as you pick it up from your accounting packages. So sometimes to do this, you may need to engage your IT department to help you. To just work with them to run through and clean up and clear out duplicate accounts or outdated data and align it correctly with maybe up-to-date information. So thank you very much, guys. And yeah, this is a week to begin to send out statements. It's a week to begin to chase those outstanding amounts to just make sure that you have cash in the bank as we approach payroll and as you approach the end of the month. All the best and happy collections.